this is not really easy for me to articulate and get across the thoughts and ideas I have in my head in a concise um, way for you to understand easily. And that's my problem. I'm not able to get that message across completely clearly as I see it in my head. So please bear with me as I try to wrangle some of these ideas and thoughts into a narrative that I hope you'll understand. Because it's taken me a while to wrap my head around some of these thoughts and ideas. So, purpose of life. All right, and that's a really, really big question that lots of people find themselves coming back to, and different organizations and try to answer that question, whether it's through a religion or through a regime, the purpose of life. And it often comes back to the same kind of thing. Now, a comment I had earlier was instead of using the word passion, is more about drive and more about duty and honor, and more about a masculine sense of way of putting the focus on the way we perceive this value that we're looking for our lives. Now, I like the way he said it in regards to duty and honor, and having respect and having this value. And so it feels to me that there's kind of like a value you want to give to the world, or value that you feel that you have of yourself. Because the flip side to that is that you're a parasite on your community, on the world. You're a leech. And that really stops us from loving ourselves and growing. The idea of being, and we've all been there. We've all been there in a sad time of our lives where we felt that we haven't contributed as much as maybe our competitors, our peers, our friends, and kind of felt bad about ourselves and had self-pity and felt that maybe we were, better off not being in this community or just being somewhere else. And that feeling of being a leech or being a parasite is awful, the way it makes you feel about yourself and about how you think others perceive you. So we all want to feel worthy. Worthy of what exactly? I don't know. The respect and love of our peers, of our friends, of our family. Not quite sure. But I do understand there's two sides to this, internally and externally, which will come back across again and again and again. So, honor, duty, value. These are all sort of words that percolate and spew up. All right. So in my head, it kind of boils down to work or a servitude, however you want to verbalize it. And there's a few different ways that I see it. Now, there may well be a gap. I'm only human, and I know I have biases, and I know I have blind spots. But so far, this is what I've articulated, that the different types of servitude would be charity. So whether you're giving donations of money or clothes, or volunteering and giving your time, and in addition to outside of your other commitments. Then the second one would be labor, whether you're physically working hard to earn money or to build something, but physical labor, that you are giving your body, so to speak, over years in return for the servitude towards maybe your family or your community. And then the third one is mental. So again, it's just like work, but it's mental work, whether you're strategizing for government or education or business, that sort of management and that kind of side of things, management and consulting, but using your mind. So that's the three types of servitude that jump out at me. And like I said, there's internal and external aspects that we'll get onto in a moment. But then moving forward, we've got other things, like I said, internally, like random acts of kindness, you know, unplanned help, whether it's for, the scouts, or whether it's for somebody crossing the road, or somebody drops something on the floor and they're a little bit more physically unable to help themselves. But unplanned help is kind of that's not done on purpose to get somebody else to look at us in a positive light. That's just done out of the kindness of your heart, normally very quick and without thinking. It's just kind of like who you are. And then another aspect is being humble and humility. This is kind of internal. Um, Offering up other people for their contribution, putting other people forward, raising other people's status. Whether it's you want to give thanks to a god, or to the universe, or to nature. All right, that's another part internally of I don't know, another of understanding yourself, of the internal and external aspect of kind of like loving yourself, really, and giving yourself that balance and that judgment. Sorry, that's what it is, that judgment. Because that's what it comes down to, really. That's what I believe it comes down to. It comes down to judgment. Your judgment and other people's judgment. So when I look at it, I look at two different types of judgment. There's these scales. In my head, I have these scales. And on one side, you have your peers, the external judgment, their perception of you. And also the mood of others. You don't know what mood other people are in when they're judging you. On the other hand, you have your own internal judgment, your own internal perception of yourself, and your own mood. Your own mood can really make a difference to how you perceive yourself and judge yourself. Some days are great and you think you're the best thing since sliced bread. Other days you feel crap and, you feel like you're, next in line behind, some of these war criminals. I thought as well about a film, Trading Places, 1983 film with Eddie Murphy and another famous actor. The film Trading Places just goes to show how easy it is for you and other people to completely change, giving some of the environmental and other stimulants, so you can be perceived 1 minute as this high-flying individual, and then the next minute you could be this low-life dirtbag. And it can go the other way around. You could be this low-life dirtbag that can metamorphosize like a butterfly into something amazing and awesome, what you truly are. Blah, blah, blah. So the judgment we put on ourselves, we perceive what we think other people are judging us about. And then we judge ourselves depending on our mood and our status and how we feel. And the support we've been given throughout childhood, the way that we've been built up. And often you'll find that can have a massive impact on the parents, and the way they bring you up can have a massive impact on the way you perceive the world, judging you and you judging yourself. So that's when I said about balance and working hard, but balancing out with kindness, whether it's been just walking up, challenging yourself to go up some mountains, walking in nature, being outside, that humility, that, seeing nature in its awe, or the world or the universe as one big massive thing, and you're actually a very insignificant in one perception. But the fact is that we're constantly judging ourselves. So over the years of experience, hang on, let me quick look at my notes there. And hindsight, that's the word I wanted to get in, hindsight. All right, so over the years of experience of your life perception, right, of the events that's happened, we evolve, we mature to the point where we can forgive others which allows us to judge our actions with love, um, and to give ourselves that value we deserve. So it's a real weird one. It's real bizarre that it's not until we mature or get to a point where we can have that hindsight and we can see a balance of how we think people are judging us, whether we care whether people are judging us, and how we perceive ourselves being judging. But what it all comes down to, and this is my conclusion, what it all comes back to is finding a way that allows you to give others the love through work. All right, so it took me a moment to figure that one out. Finding the way for you to be able to give love to others. So whether you're Elon Musk, you could say Elon Musk is loving his country by being a visionary and working so hard to put that out there in the world, because he doesn't need those billions. He's not just going to retire one day and think, oh, well, I'm going to be a Hugh Hefner of the world and just go and have fun. He is focused and driven of giving, whether you say to his shareholders or he's just greedy or what, but he could just step out of it, but he's not. He's still driving of giving. You know, he's not that person that wastes lots of money. There's words for that kind of person. He doesn't seem like that kind of person. He's giving stuff out. And you could say the same for Richard Branson, giving out to making things better for other people, visionaries helping other people. You don't have to be a visionary. You just have to find the way for you that allows you to express your love to others. Whether you want to work in care and support people at the end of life, palliative care, and giving them your best work, you giving them part of you. That is just as valuable as a billionaire, because you're giving your love to people, to human beings. Or you might give your love to animals. You might have a sanctuary, but you're giving your love through work to others. That is the purpose. That is what you need to find. That purpose of servitude. Serving something other and better than yourself. Because money comes and money goes, and people that have lots of money generally have an empty, selfless, loveless life. So it comes back to servitude. Again, it's also reflected in religions and cultures. Servitude of giving your special talent, your special way of showing your love, giving to others will bless your life, for want of a better phrase. Will make your life much better once you find that way of giving out that love to other people. And that will allow you to find your own balance. That will allow you to feel connected with the rest of the community, not just through work, but also through nature and balance and fun. I'm not saying that they can overlap, they can. But that's what I was going to say. That's it, really. All in a nutshell. Finding the way for you to give love to others through work or servitude. That's it. If you got some points, some ideas, some thoughts similar along these lines, then put them down below. Let me know. I'd be interested to know. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now. Thank you for sticking by. All right. One of the main reasons I wanted to discuss about work and servitude is that, as you know, I've been healing myself and going through my own journey. Now, I overthink things. I try really hard to figure out a strategy, a plan, a way, because that's worked for me in the past. Excuse me. So finding a path or a way or an understanding has normally really worked for me. But this time, or looking back in hindsight, the last year I've been working part-time and I've had gaps in between because, the school holidays and things like that. And those gaps, I've realized, not only does it make me worried and anxious about finances, and my lack of a safety net. But I also feel that I'm less connected to my community and to other men. And so I've obviously realized I need to get back into full-time work, not just for a feeling of value and connection with men, but also to just give my brain a chance to shut up for a little bit, and to get some more safety net behind me to make me feel a bit more comfortable. And then I can look at how I can be happier in the community and look at where I want to move to or grow to in respect to my career or my finances and things like that. So that's where I've been at the moment. I've really realized that I need to really get back into full-time work. My other irons in the fire, my seedlings, if you will, have taken a long time to sprout, shall we say. No pun intended if you've been on Podbean. That's an area where I talk about English for advanced listeners of English. So those areas have been taken a while to get traction. And so getting back into full-time work, I feel, is a good direction for me to go right now. There's always a lot of ups and downs and revelations during one's journey. And I hope this will be a good, strong step on a good, solid foundation and move forward from there. If you've got any thoughts or any ideas that you'd like to share, things that have really helped you in your journey of healing and moving forward and finding out, who you are as a man, then let me know in the comments below. So this is just me being candid, being honest and transparent. If you want to share some of that back and help with this community, then please do share. I just want to say thank you very much for those nice comments. You guys have been really nice. And yeah, hopefully we can help each other. All right. That's it for now. See you in the next video. Bye bye for now. Oh, please subscribe.